I've got a few different humidifiers out here so I can show you the similarities and differences between humidifiers and help you know what to look for when you are looking for a humidifier. The first thing I would say to look for, maybe the most obvious, but the tank size. With humidifiers, they all pretty much work in the same way. They have these supersonic plates, they vibrate real fast, and then the humidity comes out of them. So you're not going to get a lot of differences with how they work, but depending on how large the tank is, it means how often you'll be filling it up. With a large tank like this, you may only fill it up once every few days. With a smaller tank like these, you might be filling it up every day. And there are humidifiers with even smaller tanks where you might have to fill it up multiple times a day. For me personally, I just like to be as lazy as possible, so I do prefer the larger tanks. The second thing to be aware of is the supersonic plate size, and also some have multiple plates so that more humidity comes out. Now obviously if it's a small plate, not as much humidity is going to come out. If it's a very large plate, or if you have 2 or 3 supersonic plates, then a lot is going to come out. So if you have a large room or you just want it really humid, look for the larger plates or look for something that has multiple plates. This is kind of hard to find on Amazon, but hopefully if you look at videos, you might be able to get a shot of how big the plate is. A lot of times humidifiers will give an indication by saying how big of a room it can fill up. While that might not be the most accurate, it is a fairly good indication of how big the plates are. The next thing to consider is the overall design and features. Each supersonic humidifier has the same basic design with the plate for humidity to come out, but there are a few subtle differences with design and features that might be important to you. For example, this humidifier, you can connect to your smartphone app, so you can control it remotely, you can schedule it. That's a really nice thing to do if you want to automate some of the humidifying process. Some humidifiers make it easy to control, where you just have a simple button where you can cycle through the different levels. And some humidifiers have more controls with like a remote control or an easier way to adjust the humidity level. Another feature to be aware of is some humidifiers like this one have a slot where you can put essential oils in it. So if you want to make the room smell better, you want to use essential oils, look for a humidifier that has that slot where you can put essential oils. And the last thing to look for, and this is kind of hard to see when you're viewing an Amazon page, but just how easy it is to use and to clean. The most important thing I think is just to remember that these all work in the same way, so the humidity you get is going to be exactly the same from any humidifier you get. The only differences are how easy it is to use or to clean, and how big and how many the supersonic plates are to determine how much humidity comes out, and lastly how big the tank is. The larger the tank, the less you have to refill. I've tested out a lot of different humidifiers. If you want to go big, this is my favorite one. If you want to go smart, this is my favorite one. If you just want something simple and easy that works well, this is my favorite. Check out the links I have posted to see the most current price.